Right, welcome back to Watts Farm, the Drifter series. I'm not going to do the story this time. We're going to carry on from where we left off last time. And with the food problems I had, we didn't do much of the story then. I'm not certain what the problem was with the lifter. I think it's to do with the tip anywhere. I see most of it done, but missed the food bits out. But we're now going to pick them up. That's what we're going to do this time. And I've got a few other little things to talk about. Now I've got the Ursus on Follow Me. And also, you may notice, I finally got round, thanks to Chris Webb, to sorting out the gearbox on the Ursus for use with gearbox mod. So I added, there we are, gearbox mod. Yes, you lucky people. I'll put it in there, I think. And so without further ado, shall we get started? I'm going to come out of cab for this, because I want... Oh, I've really just switched this on at the back here, of course. And that should be working there, we'll soon find out. Take it forward and get a food. I'm just going to... Yeah, here we go. Look, this is a lovely little piece of kit, actually. Now, this has been modded by my good mate Disco to work better than it did, and it works on both beet and potatoes. I think originally it only worked on one, but I'm now going to take this very slowly for one very good reason. The Ursus will not go very quickly. I did think about changing it over to something else, but I enjoy that Ursus. And one of the two things I was going to talk about is that Ursus mod. Chris asked where I got it from. I found a food place. Now, I was looking at round because I couldn't remember which site I got it off. It was not one of the sites I normally use. Not one of the sites I'd recommend using, to be honest. And talking about that, the only ones I actually actively recommend you use is try ModHub first. If it's not on ModHub, try PCSG, FSUK, American Eagle modding for the big American stuff. They are excellent, by the way. And then Mod Hoster, but I'm a little bit wary about Mod Hoster as well. The only ones I really take are those which are hosted by themselves. I made a promise to myself. Start when 17 came out, I wasn't going to use craploader.net. You know, another one, uploader.crap, or whatever you wish to call it. I've called it several names. That lovely one that if you don't register with them and don't pay them money, you are cut down to dial-up speeds and one new download every, is it 2 or 3 hours? No thank you very much. I know why people use it, they get money out of it. But the other thing is, a lot of people use that. That's going in there. A lot of people use that who don't own the mods. They can get money out of someone else's work. Not clever. Right, with that little bit out of the way, I'll get back to what Chris was saying. He wanted, and when I was looking through, I found a lot of sites with that Ursus on. It's a lovely mod, by the way. It's excellent. Should really be on Mod Hoster. Not Mod Hoster, Mod Hub. Let's get it right. Most of the places didn't have the author's credit. There's about 3 or 4 people who had to do with this, and they've not even been credited on some sites. That is naughty. A lot of modders I know are probably happy for it to go onto other sites, providing the person who was there not making money out of it. A, and B, they give full credits. We at PCSG will not put any mod on we haven't got the authors permission to put up. It's a simple system. If they won't give us permission, or if they remove us permission for any reason afterwards, we will take the mod down or not put it up in the first place. I think it's only fair. So consequently, all the mods we've got, the authors gave full permission, and we've got several which are our mods. We're the only place we can, or one of two places which can have permission to run all of Stevie's mods, both maps and mods. The other place is Stevie's own BT download site. So if you see a Stevie mod anywhere else, unless he's gave specific permission, and he has gave permission on the production map, there's a Pine Cove Productions. I think he has gave full permission there. Oh, not quite there. I thought we were there. He has gave full permission for that one. But most of his other maps shouldn't be anywhere else. So just be careful. And as I was saying, a lot of these sites did not even give credit to the authors. I wish I'd actually took note of it, so I'd give the authors full credit now. And I have altered that Realismus mod, and so please don't ask me for it. I will tell you how I done it if you ask, and what I altered. You will have to do it yourself. I am not at liberty to put that out into the public domain. It's not my mod. It's somebody else's very hard work, very good work. I think we're just about there. We are there. Right, I'm just going to put the brake on. Knock out gear, put the brake on, and get over to this. Now I'll get this set. It's a gearbox. Switches off. If we just take it off, follow me. Switches off when it's on AI, and it comes back on again when I'm driving her. This is a fully manual box, 5-speed gearbox. And as you remember, when I first got this, it took off like a scalded cat. No, it doesn't. In fact, you can see the problems we've got there. Let's put it down to the first. And I slowed it down to about 11 miles an hour without gearbox mod. And no, I don't know what. Now we will have to crawl up this hill in first. I mean really crawl. And Chris asked about it. I decided I better see and get down to sort this out for gearbox mod, which I've done. It's actually quite simple. If you look in the XML for this, the XML, unzip the mod, look in the XML file. Near the top you'll see the speed without gearbox mod, and it's in kilometers per hour or kilometers per hour. I'm never certain. I always got kilometers, but I know a lot of continentals call it kilometers per hour. Then we're probably right. I'm wrong. We'll wait until we get to the top of this hill before we attempt again to put it into a higher gear. Not the best tractor to use for this, I will readily admit. Right, now we should, yes, the revs are going up. Now we should be able to knock it up through the gears. And a lot of people who've found the gearbox mod really love it. I missed it completely on 13 and 15. Only grabbed it on 17, and I wish I'd have grabbed it earlier. In fact, I don't quit. Well, close to stall and that. Look back in the first again. This is more like they were, especially fully loaded. Remember, this thing's got 6,000 kilos, 6,000 litres, which is about 6 tonnes roughly. Now, before anybody who knows mathematics better than me corrects me, we'd call it 6 tonne. Plus the weight of the trailer, so and it's only 47 brake horse. Oh, 47 brake horse, that's about, I don't know, a 125, oh no, not a 125, I'm probably around a 250cc motorcycle, not a lot more. You wouldn't want to pull 6 tonnes with one of them. Up a 2CV will be a very similar output. Oh, well, yes, we're away now. There we go. So, further down is the gearbox. All the details of the gearbox mod are actually built into it, and all I did was that in that block there's all the gears with the top speed for each gear, and all I've done is I'll knock those back down. I think it went from 39 kilometers per hour, and I knocked it down to something like 19, something like that anyway, as top speed, which equates roughly to 11-12 mile an hour. And then I just took it down about 5 kilometers, I think, or 3 kilometers. Anyway, it's equivalent to about 1.2 mile an hour. Yes, it's slow, it's stately. Then these things weren't fast. Now, I went for the speeds. Are we level? Yeah, we're near the level. I'm going to knock it down to first. Reverse I took down to about maximum of 5 mile an hour, I think. Something stupid like that. I say this, the gearbox mod just does make it a little bit easier to reverse, because you can keep it nice and slow without having to worry, as I normally do, about running into cruise. It doesn't work so well with CVT boxes and fully auto boxes, of course. They will be speeding themselves up. And you see the field plane isn't quite right on this Roland. I'm not going to try and adjust it. I'm not that good a modder. I can do a little, which is what I've done with this. And say I'm going back to Ursus on those. I'm going to look behind whilst I'm doing this. On those 5 things, you just sort out each gear to maximum speed you want from each gear. There we go. And we'll get to the point where it fills up and don't go any further, then we need to move forward a bit. That's it. Now we look the right way, and we should actually be able to take off in. Well, we take on third, alright. I know Disco's a great love of the gearbox mod. That's a, most people have used it. It's done by Mowgli. There is the stable version on Mod Hub, and if you want the developer version, it's on GitHub. I think it is. I'm using this developer version, as I always do on these. I take a chance, but I would say that if you got a game you don't want taking chances with, use the stable version. On all mods, don't use the developer version. The developing version is just that. It's where they try things out to see if they work and get people to test them. So if you don't want to take a chance, don't use the dev version. On here, I've got, say, manual gearbox. It's just come on. I'll just speed it up a bit more. There we are. In top. No, just find where this is. Get within range. Go to one side, roughly about here. Now, if we put that on to, so that you see the gearbox mod disappears. Now I'll jump out and get back to this. Yeah, so it's going through the different places to get from. You need to be very, very careful when you download mods. There's a lot of sites about, and I would always recommend using a Very good antivirus, very good indeed. Very good antivirus, and I would also suggest that you use an ad blocker. I know they don't like it because it costs them money to put them up there and for them to run the sites, but the reason I say use an ad blocker is a lot of the sites, especially the more dodgy sites, don't make it easy to see where the actual trigger is, and it's there to get you onto third-party sites, quite often pornography. Oh, okay if you want pornography. There's a time and place for everything. But I don't particularly want pornography if I'm trying to find a particular mod and download a particular mod. And where is that? That's still with us just about. Now, there is a small capacity in this elevator. There's a small reservoir so it can hold, well, I think it's half a ton, something like that. So you can sort of go up here and I'm not going to worry too much about the Ursus unless the elevator gets full, then I'll wait for it. And this is where drive control is very handy. Yes, I use drive control together with Realismus Modding, more realistic, and we're struggling a little bit up here now, but I have got it in the second range. Where it says automatic, it automatically changes the gears a little bit with filling up. Hello, where's he gone? He don't look like he's made at this time. Now we need to just put in diff lock. Now I only have rear wheel diff locks. There we go. It's so well made. Now that probably would have a formal rear wheel diff lock on it when it was made. I wonder if any of the others. But you see the difference that makes. Alright, we can make a starter going now. Yeah, I say use drive control as you look on my HUD in the bottom left hand corner. There's a green writing under the capacity of on how much is in the elevator or conveyor, and that is how much is in the trailer. It measures the closest thing to it, to how much it's got in it. And for this, it's so handy, especially like I'm doing this solo. If you don't multiplayer, no problem, of course. Hopefully, you're on some form of speech contact with everybody on the server, and they can tell you when they're getting full. But on this, I need to keep an eye open. I could tell because when it starts filling up again, something's gone wrong. That's it, but I forgot all about the diff lock until that problem. I only found it out yesterday when I was playing with the Ursus, getting it ready. Right, so to wrap this little section up, be careful where you download from, be careful what you click on, make certain you're full antivirus, and make certain what you're downloading has full proper credits. Not credits, I should check several sites to see if you can find out the full list of credits for it. If it's just by, I don't know, trying to think, some of them use that, you know who it is because they put their name up there and you know it's not kosher, but they've not actually got permission for it, and they haven't even bothered to credit the authors. That to me is the biggest sin of the lot. I think you could ask them one or two people who do a bit of modding how long it can take to do something. It's not a 5-minute job. And in fact we're full again. So we just stop there. Knock it out of gear. Get over this. Knock it out of follow me. And we should have the diff lock still in. It may even pull second up here. It will now. Oh, can we take it any further? I think we're no. Second's the best we're going to do. There's other good mod sites about. It's one of the reasons I don't use much Maru stuff. Makes excellent mods, but they insist on putting them on crap hoster. As the Maru stuff I've got is either coming in on a map or as a pack to a map, and I've taken it out and used it for my own benefit, or some of which has actually been posted somewhere else legally or even illegally, I'm afraid. I will give warning to modders who use craploaded.net. I will, if I really need it, look out for one of these awful sites and take it from there. I think it's actually the lesser of two evils. Just my opinion. I know other people will disagree, but I've spoken about it at length in the past and my dislike of crap loader. Yeah, see, if you want full speed, you actually have to pay for it. Now, the idea of these mods is, if you like the mod, you donate to the modder, directly to the modder. Not give it to some third party. And I would encourage all of you, as a mod you particularly like, and the modder has actually a donation site set up. And sometimes on there, they've got their own site, they will put up a link to it to donate. Do that. If you give them, now I'm going to talk in dollars, love, I'm British. If you give them, say, $5, they will get just about all that $5 except for the commission that PayPal or whatever takes out of it. And I don't mind that, actually, because PayPal do a flaming good job, in my humble opinion. But if they go to somewhere like Craploader, they will get a percentage of what you pay, and a lot smaller than if you pay it through a proper site. No. I don't know how much we get on there before we have to start moving forward. Probably won't be a lot. Yeah, that's it. Oh, forward. You'd actually need a elevator in here to get this up to really about fill these up. Oh, we do one more load of this. I should be getting close to the end of it by then. And I will just take a shot of it this time. Yes, I will recommend this one. But, say Google Ursus C45, you'll find it. Version 2 with the sound pack. It is absolutely excellent. And tie it into some gearbox mod. If you got a wheel and you can use it with keyboard, but a wheel is more satisfying, especially if you've got a shifter, a gear shift with it, which I happen to have, because you probably all know I've got a G27 which I had for quite a while, think the revs are a little bit high, but I'm not going to go in there and adjust anything else on here now. Yeah, flat out 12 mile an hour. I think we'll probably... Well, I'm going by field marshals who use a very similar engine, although they only had 3 speed boxes. If you had the road gear on, you could get about 11 mile an hour out of it. If you had field gear on, you'd be down to top speed about 7-8 mile an hour, but a lot more power going through to the ground. Hope we got it here. Let's knock it into neutral. But this is a nice piece of kit too, this little thing. There's some nice mods about Evolve and stuff. And the pity is a lot of them aren't on the main site. This I think is off ModHub. Alright. Oh, how would I put it into gear first, of course. That's going to take me a little while to remember that. I hope. That's only going very slowly, but then again, using this sort of gear, it wasn't a lot quicker than horse and cart. But it was cheaper to run. Because all the manpower went with it. You're cutting out a lot of manpower. In the days of the horse and cart, you'd have team 5-10 men picking these potatoes up with them, probably with a very fine fork, and chuck them onto a trailer. Yeah. Don't look at the trailers without being loaded like that, because the stuff coming out the bottom looks most peculiar. So what you've done when you went over to the tractor, and before I forget, I'm going to leave the rest of it on there because I need to get this quite quickly. I think we'll do it up here. Got it. Get back into cab. Put that back up. Yeah, we've got it all. And then just when you turn this, auto save comes in. Well, we ain't got much left now. I think we've got 2 full rows and 2 half rows. Although we're already 52% full. I'm going to get to the end of this, or to fill this trailer up again, and we're ended. Slightly different to what I've been doing on here. The story will be back next week, but after the fun and games I had last week, and I lost the will to tell the story with the little hassles I was having with the lifter. But I've got a feeling it's to do with the tip anywhere portion of it, which is how those things work. You use tip anywhere to put this bit down the bottom, and we have lost, I should imagine, half a trailer of potatoes. But it's still quicker than the other lifter. I think I will be selling the other lifter, and we just keep to it won't be used on here because that's beet and potatoes combined. It does both. I've got a feeling this one here. No, it looks like this will just do what I was put in front of. That must be the lifter which you select which you want to use it with. How's he doing? He's 74%. We're trying to get it around. I'm turn it very tightly and don't like it. Try and get around onto this one and come back this little bit when we come back down here. Because the Follow Me mod too is brilliant. There's some lovely mods around. Our deck seems to have been very quiet since this first early work for 17. Mind you, he's left us a whole load of brilliant mods. The Follow Me is one of his. The Vehicle Switcher is another one of his. The Bile Unloader is one of his. So it's a whole number. Oh, Glance, of course, is another one of his. Surprising how much stuff of his I use. And remember, it hasn't actually been updated. Quite a while. We'll take this one back. We're going back. I will do my wind down. So let's take it off. That again. Right, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, please consider leaving a like. If you're not a subscriber and happen upon this because you were overtaken by a bout of absolute madness, or but staying here and being mad with the rest of us. Well, not so far so good. And you know, stick around, subscribe. Always happy to have more people aboard. And if you've got any comments, questions, queries, suggestions, or stories of farming in the past that you, things that happened to you or your family or someone you heard of, feel free to post them. Okay, just drop that down a second. I'm always happy to see stories. If nothing else, it gives me some ideas of what has happened, what I may be able to add into the different series I do. I do this sort of thing 5 days a week, weekdays only. They go on Mondays to Friday. I'm quite often recording 6 or 7 days a week, but I'm just trying to get a head up again now after my break. And once I get a full head of steam going, I shall be down to just recording 5 days a week and messing about with other things other days. And no, I don't have a life. I'm happy doing this. Can you imagine that? This for a life, people being retired and able to play computer games for the afternoons and evenings and nights, which is basically what I do. My wife can't quite understand it, but she allows me to. Right, so with that, as we back in yet again, ready to tip another load, and because we've got to put all this lot aboard the trailer again, I might leave this and we'll carry on with this next time actually, and we'll sell one load and we can have another look at his Ursus, and then after that then we will start on the storyline proper again. I do. Turn myself to look backwards. So with that, it's Marin saying cheerio for now. Cheerio. There's another one done, guys.